Championship-wise, Kobe Bryant. He wants it so bad, and he's willing to go to the extreme, guarding a guy, guarding the point guards at the age of 34, playing 38 minutes, 40 minutes. That's ludicrous.
From legendary football players, both American and international, to basketball, baseball, and more, join me as I show you the richest athletes in the world.
Just a reminder about our new giveaway. We're giving away the new iPad Pro or the new iMac Pro. The choice is yours. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple.
8. Tom Brady.
I think that's something beyond football that I'm excited to share with a lot of people. Is I feel like I've acquired a lot of information over a lot of really intense years of football that people can actually apply in their everyday life.
I'm sure some of you are shocked to hear that the greatest quarterback of all time is not the richest person in the NFL in terms of their contract. And that's simply because when he made certain major contract extensions, it wasn't as big as they are now because the ceiling on them continued to grow after the dotted line was signed. But don't feel bad for the guy. He made well over $27 million for the season we just had and still led the New England Patriots to the playoffs despite having no help on offense. Not to mention, he has 6 Super Bowl victories. He'd have 8 if it wasn't for Eli Manning. More than anyone in history, including Terry Bradshaw and Joe Montana. He's now openly considered the greatest of all time and has earned numerous MVP awards and accolades for his success with the Patriots. His money is very well earned. One of the biggest ironies of this is the fact that Tom Brady almost didn't play football professionally. He had a good run in college, but while he was projected to be a 3rd-round pick, he didn't get drafted until the 7th round. He was a phone call away from being a regular Joe with a regular job. But that phone call did come, and a key injury put him in position to win, and he never looked back. Now, as for his value, that's a bit up for debate. He's obviously rich because of the NFL, and he has other endorsement deals that have made him even richer. Some estimates say he's worth around $200 million on his own. But when you throw in his wife Giselle, then you're at about $550 million. I'm just saying. 7. Cristiano Ronaldo.
The year was amazing. I won 3 titles, the Super Cup, Serie A, and Nationals Cup against Holland, which is fantastic.
I could have put LeBron on this list, but there are better NBA legends to talk about. So let's spread the diversity around sports-wise and talk about one of the biggest soccer stars on the planet, Cristiano Ronaldo. Him and Messi are the biggest soccer stars on the planet. They got the skills, they got the looks, and when it comes to Ronaldo, he's got the money. How much money? Over $460 million. And given his popularity, you can bet he has more than that. But don't think for one sec that this isn't earned. Him and Messi are the only players in the world recently to get the Player of the Year award, so that should show you just how good he is. 6. Floyd Mayweather.
Are you allowed to bet on yourself in this fight?
Yes.
You are?
Yes.
And will you bet on yourself?
Yes.
You're not allowed to bet against yourself, I would assume.
I'm never going to bet against myself. Never.
You might be surprised to see that a boxer, of all things, is on the list because boxing is not what it used to be in terms of prominence. Every once in a while, they have a fight that is marquee-worthy, like the recent Wilder-Fury rematch, but the rest are usually unhyped. That is, except when Floyd Money Mayweather was on the screen. He was and still is the undefeated and undisputed boxing champ. He is 50-0 and has defeated all sorts of legends over his many years of boxing. But what's more, the reason he's so rich is that he knows how to hype a fight. He would help build it up to infinity and then win to get the biggest payday. He's so smart when it came to money that he worked out a deal with WWE to get $20 million to wrestle at their headlining event at WrestleMania. Or how about when he agreed to fight Conor McGregor in that super fight? Yeah, he knows how to make the money, and he's worth well over $500 million as a result. Mayweather is money. 5. Kobe Bryant.
81-point game. Ladies and gentlemen, you have witnessed the 2nd greatest scoring performance in NBA history.
It's hard to talk about this one because Kobe Bean Bryant sadly passed away not too long ago. But the Lakers legend, who won't be the last Laker we talk about on this list, was by far one of the NBA greats. and his talents outside of the court as well as on them helped lead him to greatness. He and Shaquille O'Neal were responsible for one of the great duos in NBA history and got the Lakers back to prominence after a low period. He won 5 NBA titles for the team and even earned an Oscar for a short film he directed. He ended his life with a net worth of over $600 million, but his contributions to the game, priceless. 4. Earvin "Magic" Johnson.
First of all, let me say good after late afternoon. Because of the HIV virus that I have attained, I will have to retire from the Lakers today.
Continuing on with the NBA, they make a lot of money there. Let's talk about one of the greatest ever to play the game, Earvin "Magic" Johnson. You hear a lot about prodigies in sports, and Earvin was one of them. That's how he got the nickname Magic after all. He came from Michigan State and helped make March Madness a thing. And then he went on to the NBA and made such an impact that he had a title ring in his rookie season. He was one of the men who helped make the Los Angeles Lakers a big name via the Showtime Lakers alongside Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Magic was so good, he played multiple positions in his 13-year NBA career. His rivalry with Larry Bird and the Boston Celtics helped propel him to even greater heights. And even his scandal with the AIDS virus couldn't diminish his power and his love from the community. Today, his net worth is over $600 million, and he's had a hand in both LA Dodger and the LA Lakers because of that wealth. He's still one of the most loved players in the game, and that won't change anytime soon. 3. Tiger Woods.
Jamie does not deny the fact her affair with Woods went on for nearly 3 years.
At one point in time, Tiger Woods was the most popular athlete on the planet. He was a golf prodigy who seemed destined to break Jack Nicklaus's record for most major wins in the sport. And for many years, he slowly but surely climbed up to break that streak. The iconic images that Woods made over the prime of his career still resound to this day. And the sight of him in a red shirt and black hat and pants on a Sunday at a key golf game is what many consider to be the game on look. But then something happened, something really sad. Despite Tiger Woods having billions of dollars, basically, a wife and children, he decided that he needed more, so he decided to cheat on his wife with several women. This resulted in an argument that ended up in a car accident that slowly revealed everything that Tiger had done, and it wasn't pretty. What was once one of the brightest stars was now a meteor crashing down to Earth, and the impact would be hard. However, who doesn't love a good redemption story? Tiger fought back, and not only did he get back on the golf course, he started to earn people's love again, including getting an emotional win at the 2019 Masters. He didn't get all of his sponsors back, but his value skyrocketed once again. As a result, he's worth about $800 million. This doesn't excuse what he did, but it proves that sometimes people want to see you get back up after your failures. 2. Michael Jordan.
Jazz over the foul limit. We're down to 5. Jordan putting moves on Russell. We're down to 2. Now to 1. Here's Jordan. Yes! It is all over.
This one shouldn't be that much of a surprise. Michael Jordan is one of the eternal faces of the NBA, and the man who put the NBA on his back in the late 80s all the way through the 90s to make it one of the most important sports in the nation. Michael Jordan was a once-in-a-lifetime talent who went from terrible freshman at North Carolina to a dominant force who went to the Chicago Bulls and changed everything. His passion, his drive, his ability to do both offense and defense, something that's lost in the game by most stars, and his desire to get better made him a legend. He was willing to do what it took to win, including getting better and even working through sickness in order to win games. And win them he did. Michael Jordan won 6 NBA rings, which is more than a vast majority of NBA legends and future Hall of Famers. His personality and skills led to the rise of basketball shoes via Air Jordans, which are still one of the most valuable lines of shoes to this day. He had endorsement deals from Hanes, McDonald's, Nike, and more. He was in Space Jam, one of the best movies of all time, let no one tell you different. And did all sorts of commercials and such that raised him to billionaire status. He had so much money that he bought the then Charlotte Bobcats and helped transform them into a $1 billion value franchise. And as of 2020, his net worth is $1.9 billion. And there's no doubt he's going to keep making moves to keep his value climbing. 1. Vince McMahon.
I asked you to do something about it. I asked you to stand up for WWE, and you did.
Wait a minute. Vince McMahon isn't an athlete. He's an executive. You might be shouting at your computer screens right now. And for the recent years, you are right. Vincent Kennedy McMahon has been working as an executive solely for the WWE and now the rebirthed XFL for many years now. But if you recall, there was a time when he was most definitely an athlete. He was a wrestler and was that way for a long time. He battled legends like Stone Cold, Steve Austin, Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, and more. So trust me when I say he's an athlete. But while it's true those days are behind him, that doesn't mean that he hasn't been doing anything. Ever since he took over the WWE from his father, the original Vince McMahon, VKM has made wrestling quite literally a global phenomenon. He took the idea of localized wrestling and took it to a country level, and then he made it so mainstream via his WrestleMania gamble that he helped take it across the world. Now, WWE and its various brands are seen in over 150 countries. His WrestleMania show every March or April, depending on the timing, is one of the biggest events of the years and attracts the biggest of stars. And just as important, the success of WWE has made him a billionaire. In 2020, he's worth over $2.2 billion. Not bad for an executive, eh? So what do you think? What do you think of these rich athletes of the world? Which of them surprise you the most in terms of their wealth and power? Can you believe how much some of them are worth? Did you think another athlete would be on this list? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time on the channel.
Just a reminder about our new giveaway. We're giving away the new iPad Pro or the new iMac Pro. The choice is yours. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple.